Hi, I'm Stavros, and in this video I would like to walk you through on how we approach the assets for a fan-made CG short film, Superman Awakens. This short film was one of our biggest and most interesting challenges by far, not just in scale but also in diversity of assets, environments and lighting. It's the first time that we not just introduced a living breathing character into our CG cinematic, but also make him the main hero and revolve the whole story around him. And of course, Unreal's aging metahumans played a huge role on that. The first challenge that we faced was how we could match the facial features and physique of Alex Ross Superman to our metahuman. For that, I used a base sculpt to create the metahuman, and from there on, I jumped into zebras to boost many features that were lost during the creation of the metahuman. As with the face, we also had the same challenge with his body. We would like to bring it as close as possible to the comics, but make it believable and functional for his existing rigging. We had to make a lot of back and forth between Zebras and Unreal, and also do a lot of in-camera testing to establish the ideal proportions, facial features, and also his hair. For the robot, we were planning to have it as a hero asset for the first script, and there was a lot of love put into it, as we were going to see it from many angles. I had a few ideas regarding the design before we begin the production, so I made a few rough thumbnails to start the discussion with Adonis. Later on, I jumped to Zebras to explore its forms in 3D. Once we liked its general feeling, from there on was all done in Blender with good old polygon modeling. Blender's modeling tools, in combination with its powerful add-ons, allowed me to flesh out this and the rest of the assets of the film in no time. Unfortunately, we didn't use the robot as we tended to after the cancellation of the first script, but it didn't take us long to find a new role for it in the new version of our film. To create the environments, many assets were custom-made. Some were purchased online to save us time. We took advantage of the Matrix sample city and its assets as much as we could, and of course, we used tons of assets from the Quickstar Megascan library. Unreal's Engine 5 nanotechnology played a crucial role on the techniques that I used not only to create the assets for this project, but also how I handle them and use them inside the engine. It gave me the freedom to explore new, faster techniques without much the need to optimize the geometry as I would usually do in any other case. That helped me speed up the asset creation process by a lot, as the time it will take me to optimize an asset, now I'll use it to create more assets or try different versions and see what works best for a shot. The animation of the character was something that was troubling us long before we even began working on this project. We are not character animators, and that was a limited factor for us to explore ideas for many years. After a lot of research, we decided to invest into a motion capture suite, which gave us the flexibility to have some pretty decent animation super fast, at least enough for us to start working on the previs. Of course, every motion capture data needs some cleanup and a human touch to make the animation look right. And that's where our friend, Konstantinos Sofokleous, gave us a helping hand. We handed over the data to Konstantinos, and from there on, with his experience and knowledge in working with mockup data inside Motion Builder, cleaned up, revised, and also animated from scratch many shots that we were not able to do in motion capture. Once the animation was ready, we still had a big challenge left ahead of us. Superman's cape is not just a symbol for Superman, but for the whole superhero genre. We knew that this will need some special attention, and that's why we called the pros to give us a saving hand. We teamed up with Agustin Schilling, a trusted partner of ours and a Houdini wizard with huge experience in all kinds of simulations. Agustin's setup gives us the ability to have total control over the cape in various situations and adjust it accordingly based on our needs and brought to life many shots. Of course, all the tasks mentioned before took us a lot of trial and error, a lot of back and forths, but we learned a lot. It was an amazing experience working on it, and we cannot wait to apply what we just learned from it into our next projects.